Yes, today we are here to show you these gardens where we used to farm, we used to grow up our vegetables and other stuffs. So therefore, you can look around the environment here. We need some helps whereby that will protect our gardens from entering from these entering animals to come and destroy our gardens and whatever we did here. So these are the place where we want to start farming and growing our vegetables. But as you see these women here, they are asking her what actually they need from this garden. So therefore, he is trying to mention that the fact that they need from the gardens, it is and the things that are so necessary for the gardens, so they can able to work hard and they can able to work as much as possible as when they have that helps. So you can see this environment here. The sincerity, what we need, it is we want to fence the areas. When we have a help, we are seeking or we are seeking soliciting donation from the good peoples, the Muslims, the high peoples, those who can able to help us so that we can able to fence this environment, our this garden, and we also will also like to their helps, we also like their helps to help us in order to construct a boreholes. We can dig a well because we are having a wells here, but those wells cannot produce any water now. So what we need it is boreholes. When we have a borehole at the gardens here, which can able to satisfy all the gardens when we are doing our works. Yes, because the wells that we are having here, it doesn't sufficient because most of the wells has already destroyed and they cannot produce any water for us now. So therefore we are seeking for your helps, the good peoples, those who are helping peoples in order to achieve their goals. So we are looking forward to them and seeking their helps in order to fence this garden to protect him from animals, those who are coming and eating our products that we have sold in the garden here. Therefore, as you see us, or as you see me, I'm talking, this lady, she's trying to tell us their needs, their needs in the gardens. And they don't have any helps. That's why they mention this, or that's why they are soliciting from the Muhsin, those who are good people, Muslims, in order to steadfast for them, to help them to work hard for their garden when they have protection from the garden. So the gardens also, it's okay, it's having a how many meters, like 100 meters at west side, and also at the east side have 90 meters. Yes, 90 meters square. So it means that it is a big gardens whereby they need. You can see this one, it is a well which has been collapsed and we need all those wells to be function again. Okay. You can see also the garden, when we start working here, all the time the animals will come and destroy our farming, what we farm here. The animal will come and destroy the animals. They will come and destroy. So what we all need here from this garden, it is just the first priority is to fence the garden. When we fence the garden, now we will know our stand and we can able to work hard and we can able to do our best and we can able to satisfy our community and as well as the environment. So the first thing it is, when we have that opportunity, then we fence it, then we have our borehole, and therefore we will really appreciate those things. So this is why we are here today, to show you that we are having a big place for the gardens. Yes, we are having a big place for the garden where we can able to work hard, because we are sitting at home. We don't have any place to go and work. So this is a only place for us here to work, yes, in order to feed our families, our neighbors, our children, to pay their school fees from this garden. So when we don't have, when the place is not well protected, therefore our working is going to be like zero. So this is why we are seeking helps from you guys. You can see all these women here, they always come here and work. They are the peoples who always clear over the garden here. So this is why we make this cassette, we make this record, to send it to good people to see it by their eyes, to know that what we are doing in our community, it is well, the community people appreciate it, but they don't have sufficient money to help the women here. So this is why they are looking for good people to help them in order to facilitate the garden, to make it as a standard way, to construct a boreholes that we need there, because we are having a wells which is not very good, and most of the wells has already collapsed. As well, some of the wells cannot even produce a water. So therefore, we also need that a borehole to construct in the garden here, so it can help us. It can help us, and it will be very easy for us to fetch water from the borehole and to go from the borehole. You can see us now, we are old, so we cannot fetch from water from the well. So this is why we are seeking for your help to construct a boreholes, even 1 or 2. It will help us as much as we have. It will help us in order to facilitate our gardens. So this is why we are seeking your help for the goodness sake. Inshallah, that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has, or his prophet has mentioned in his hadith, whenever a servant is helping his another servant, God also will help him. So we don't have that hand to construct those things that what we mentioned here, a borehole and fence. This is why we video the environment to indicate, to show it to you guys, that you guys are willing to help us. But this is, we are doing our effort. Still now the garden is functioning, because when we don't do our effort, this garden will collapse. So, but with all that, we don't have fence, we don't have the boreholes, we have just as little wells. We are managing to construct, and we are managing to work hard for our gardens. So, but when we have help from you guys, like what we say is that boreholes and fence and other stuff, it will very useful for us in order to achieve our goals. Alright, this woman also has been interviewed, and he also says that what they need from the gardens, and actually she is mentioning their problems, what they need from the garden, because you can see there the place is just only ordinarily a white place. There's nothing there. So for them to protect from their garden, to have a sufficient things, what their product to be good, and they can also have a good happiness, and they can sell their product around the nearest community around their areas. So they might need a help for those people to grant them a good sufficient helps, to give them hands in order to achieve their goals. But without that, we cannot. Though we have been doing it for several years, we don't have supporters. But as for now, we see that people, those who are helping people in order to grow up their garden for the benefit of the community. This is why we are seeking their helps. Okay, you can see around these areas, all over these areas are the gardens. So, but we don't have any place where. Okay, we can also see this, the next person who is talking. He is trying to explain the factors and the problems that they are facing in the garden. As we mentioned it earlier, it is the same problem, because our problems here are the same. The first person speak like what he say, that's our main problem, because we need to fence around the areas, and also we need a borehole. So the fence will protect the garden from others, animals. You know, here in the rural area, people always leave their animals. They don't control their animals. So the animals always went anywhere they want. So they used to destroy our things that we have been working here for several times. So this is why our first person mentioned it. It is very necessary to have a fence around this area, so which will protect our gardens. And therefore, we also need a borehole. You can, as you see our wells here, all has been destroyed. And even some of the wells here cannot even produce a water. There is no water inside the wells. So this is a problem what we are facing here. So from there, we really seek your helps for those people who are willing to help us, and who are willing to help us, to stand for us, to give us the ability, the inability to achieve our these goals. So we will really appreciate for you guys your help. You can see the other person also is trying to explain their problem in the gardens here. Yes, but we can understand from her problem is this is the same problem with other persons. The first person, what he has mentioned, it is the same problem. Their problem is to fence the place, to dig the borehole, so the garden can have a protection from the animals and other things. So you will see the women also will have they will have their freedom to come and work to the garden, because when you are working something and you see that this thing I'm working it and there is no benefit from it, all the time the animals comes and destroy it, then you will relax. So this is why we are looking for your help. When the area has fence, then the women here from these two communities, they will have a freedom of access to come and work for the garden as much as they can do. Because you can see this place is outside the city, outside the village, just not too far from the village, but it's outside the village. So we cannot have people who are coming to protect these vegetables gardens here. So this is why we are soliciting your help. We are seeking your help for goodness sake, to have a good fence. You can see these woods here. This is where we used to fence it, but around every season we need to put this kind of woods here. But you see now, when we put it here, some people will come and remove it and just go and do it for their own benefit. So this is why we need a fence. You can see the wells. These are the first well for the gardens, and all this well has been collapsed. You can see that. Then we don't have any solution to do, only to seek a help from You guys, the good people, those who are willing to help people, and they are helping people for goodness sake in order to have our goals. You can see some women used to be here from morning till in the afternoon. They are working for their vegetables in order to sell them, to feed their families, to pay their children's school fees, and as well as much as possible. So therefore, we are looking for your help to help us to construct a fence, to dig a well, so we can also have freedom and have a good access and work hard for the community. Yeah. You can see those well, even it's not safe. Some wants to walk around here. You can even jump and enter inside the well, where it's a disaster. You can see the well here. You can see this one. You see it is long time. It has been dig here, but now it has no use. You see, so this is why we cannot go home and fetch water and come and bring it here. So this is why we need your help to dig a well, because going home and bringing water here is far. You can see the place. It's not near. It's just outside the village. So what we all need your help to dig, especially when the place is fenced. You see, you can see when the place is fenced, you help us. You can see this one, what we have done since several times. All this has been collapsed. So this is why we don't have any inability to come and work again. So, but we cannot also sit at home without working, because this is something which is very important in the community and is very necessary, whereby we can also have our even healthness, because sitting at home, it doesn't good for our health, for our health. So therefore, this is a place whereby we also always come and engage, and we do our best for the community, for the children of this society, not for us, but for those who are coming our behind. So this is why we are looking your help. We always look for your help to help us, for goodness sake, for the sake of Allah, to give us the chance, your arms, so as we can have, we can able to do our work. We can do our work hardly. We can achieve our goals. We can help the community. We can help this society as well as the entire Gambia. Not only this community, but when the vegetables here are good, we will sell. You can see this some of them are onions, but they are not still, they don't have a sufficient water, because bringing water here is very hard for us. So this is why we always seek your help to help us to dig a borehole. Even we have a 4 borehole or a 2 or 3, because you can see the place is too wide, because the garden, it has a 100 meters, 100 meters and 100 meters. Yeah. Okay, you can see this woman also is trying to explain her problem, but you can see their problems are the same. All problems here is just to have a fence. You can fence when we have a fence, when we fence our gardens here, and we have a boreholes. So therefore, the women will appreciate it. All the communities, they will appreciate your work, and they will always pray for you guys. So we always seek your help, and therefore this is what we need, and it is something which is very urgent. We really need the help. We really need you guys to help us, so we can achieve our goals. You can see most of us, we are old women, so we don't have nothing to do except to come and engage ourselves around this area. So it is something that they request it from us. So the community itself has stand for us, but the community doesn't have a sufficient money to fence this area. So but what they all do, They used to come and bring the woods, and you can see the animals over the area. You can see the animal over the areas. So therefore, when we always work our vegetables here, these are the animals. They just come and eat them. So this is why we need fence. We need your help. We need you guys' help so we can fence the areas. We can have a good boreholes so we can facilitate our work. We can work hard and we can do our job as well as possible. And that work cannot go without you guys' help, because our community, as we know that we don't our community is very poor, but with all that we are trying our best. We are doing our best to stand, to steadfast, and to stand to develop this garden, to bring it to bring it in a good stand. Yeah, so this is why we always need your help. We are always seeking your help. We are soliciting you guys' help. As the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, those who are helping people, Allah will always give them what they wish in this life and hereafter. So this is why we here today, we make this cassette, we make this record to send it to those who are willing to help us, because we don't know where to have help, but we are seeking for to the good people to come here, to come and help our people, to bring good thing to our community, as we don't have anywhere to go. Here is our place, here is our community, here is our village, and here is the place we know and we can work. So we need your help, and we are looking